all ready?
Yeah. Ready or not, here we go.
All right, here we go. Wait a minute. Addie's
Okay.
their flocks by night on the first Noel. Angels we have heard on high, a song we all know well. This is when we change instruments, that's when the real drama of the show happens. Because any one of these instruments could go, yeah, Dave has to leave the stage to get another instrument. It's all part of a very well choreographed enterprise.
We're really inspired by Las Vegas acts for this. Kind of fast-paced Las Vegas style show. We don't in any way resemble that. We were just inspired by it. This is a country Christmas song. It was written by Susie Boggess. It's called Two-Step Round the Christmas Tree.
If you want to dance, it's too bad, because there's no room. You can dance in your mind. Hors d'oeuvres over there, Olin? Oh,
that's for later, Joe.
There's a wondrous sight and a joyful sound every Christmas Eve in a western town. Gather up the kids, all the friends and family. Holly's hung and the candles bright, tuning the fiddle on a moonlit night. Roll back the rug so we can two-step round the Christmas tree. And there's a jolly man in a bright red suit. Did you ever see a Santa in cowboy boots? Twirling across the floor, spurs jingling merrily as we sing those carols soft and low. We'll all be shouting out Cotton Eye Joe. Roll back the rug so we can two-step round the Christmas tree. Waiting beneath the mistletoe, you'll never get a kiss. I never move that slow, there's too much I could miss. As a Western girl can't be still, and the silent night is not for me. Roll back the rug so we can two-step round the Christmas tree. Buckles on new blue jeans, jumping round the room to a Yuletide melody. Well, I wanna be ready when Santa comes, but I'm gonna keep dancing till he does. Roll back the rug so we can two-step round the Christmas tree. Slow, there's too much I could miss. As a Western girl can't be still, and silent night is not for me. Roll back the rug so we can two-step round the Christmas tree. Roll back the rug so we can two-step round the Christmas tree. Roll back the rug so we can two-step round the Christmas tree.
Well, doing these shows for all these years, we've learned a few new Christmas songs every year, and one of our favorite sources for great Christmas songs is one of the all-time greats, Louis Armstrong. He made over 60 albums, including dozens of Christmas songs. And the one we're going to do for you now was from the early 50s, and was actually written by comedian Steve Allen. If you ever watch the old Steve Allen show, his wife Jane was always telling you what a great songwriter he was. Well, he definitely got a good one here.
And he couldn't read music either.
Oh, yeah?
He played by piano, but he couldn't read music at all. So there's hope. There's hope for anybody.
Hope for all of us. And,
Sight reading, new threat to Nashville.
Yes.
are you all set?
Not enough to hurt your plane.
Everybody ready?
Ready?
From Coney Island to the Sunset Strip, we're mighty gonna make a happy trip tonight. While the moon is bright, you're gonna have a bag of crazy toys and give the present to the girls and boys. So dig, Santa comes on big. He comes a calling when it snows the most, when all you cats are sleeping warm as toast, and y'all gonna flip when old Saint Nick plays a lick on a peppermint stick. He comes a calling from a higher place to fill the stockings by the fireplace. So yo, have a Yule, that's cool.
Gotta get out of here.
Bye, Dave.
See ya.
Well, I introduced everybody. Yes, I'm John. Dave. So, yes, I will introduce everybody while Dave is getting ready to sing the next song, which is the real favorite, and I don't think we've done it here before, so it's kind of a nice new thing for our Christmas tradition, our holiday tradition. This other title for this show was the Christmas, Hanukkah, Ramadan, Solstice, New Year, Kwanzaa, New Year, Candlemas, Santa Lucia, Festivus,
For the rest of us.
Boxing Day, yeah, Boxing Day too. All right, so let me introduce everybody. From way over to the Sacandaga Reservoir up by Corinth over there, up by Palmer Falls, is Addie Murray on the winds over there, and concertina. And her other half, Olin Boyle playing guitars and singing, and some mandolin. And this fancy looking guitar right here. Look at that beautiful guitar. That's a Gibson.
That's not mine. It's one I get to use.
And longtime resident here now from Elliott, Maine, David
Test one,
Kiphuth, playing dobro and banjo.
You keep talking, David.
Testing 1, 2, there we go.
And over from town of Florida and Beacon, originally from town of Florida near Amsterdam, but now Beacon, New York, our great friend and wonderful musician and singer, as you just heard, Sara Milonovich. And my much better half playing banjo and a little uke and singing and dancing is Trish Miller. I'll introduce myself, and I'm John Kirk, and I'm happy to be here, as always.
So here's a great song by Gordon Lightfoot, who's one of my favorite writers of all time. And I always love this song, so here it is. It's called Song for a Winter's Night. The lamp is burning low upon my tabletop. Snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold hands I love on this winter night with you. Smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. Fire's dying, now my lamp is growing dim. Shades of night are lifting. Morning light steals across my window pane. Webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love, and this winter night with you, to be once again with you.
All right, now we're going to attempt a major move right now. You're going to go step. You're going to go out stepping. You're going stepping out on me.
You should tell about this tradition, John.
Yeah, breaking up Christmas.
So we're going to play a tune that comes from Lexington, Virginia, where on the 12th day of Christmas, January 6th, they take down all the decorations, and that is called Breaking Up Christmas. So we're going to play this tune from there, and it's called Breaking Up Christmas. I mean, they weren't very imaginative with the title. We just...
When they're done, they usually roll up the rug, but there was so much setup involved that I just kind of used this section that doesn't have the rug. But you'll hear it, it's the beat of my feet. It's a style of dance called clogging. I get to be the drummer up here.
Those are some great socks, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Christmas socks.
Way back when, a long time ago, old folks danced a do-si-do, do-si-do, do-si-do. Folks danced a do-si-do.
Trish Miller.
Yes.
Plenty of room to dance.
We never do this show at the time of year when we're feeling particularly skinny either.
Nope.
What's with that?
Sorry, gotcha.
I never get a chance to do this show.
Well, we debuted this song here last year, and
Just when you wrote it, actually.
yeah, we just wrote this last year, and we
And
We even managed to make it a Christmas song thanks to David's suggestion.
Stuck it at the very end.
And this is a song about a country singer who was it? It was Edna Holcomb sent me a meme that was on Facebook. It's getting so with these self-driving cars that a country singer's gonna have a pickup truck that leaves him. So that's what this is about.
As far as I know, you were the first one that ever.
This is called My Pickup Let Me Down. We up there? I feel like Johnny Cash. Well, I'm just a good old country boy with my girl, my dog, and truck. But one day that pickup broke down on me, so I tried to change my luck. I went down to the dealer and I saw it, and oh my Lord, well, I bought it right there and then, the world's first self-driving Ford. Well, it was a revelation to sit behind that wheel. I could take a nap, I could have a beer, I could even eat a meal. Well, I must have got so obnoxious, always being drunk and sometimes rude, that my girl left. She took the dog and my pickup left me too. Well, my pickup let me down, went up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck if they see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck it left me, and I still don't know why. Well, I guess that it got tired of hearing me sing my country songs. I can't help it when I hear Wynette Weber Willie, I just have to sing along. Well, I guess the day finally came. I had changed my choice to singing Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber songs at the top of my voice. Well, my pickup let me down, went up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck if to see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck up and left me, and I don't know why. Well, one day I woke up behind the wheel. The GPS said we'd arrived. So I got out and stretched my legs. It felt good after the long drive. But then the door slammed shut, it locked itself. The transmission kicked in gear. And as the truck drove off, it honked its horn. I swear it said, well, my pickup let me down, went up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck if they see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck up and left me, and I still don't know why. Oh, Sarah now. Song does not deserve breaks that nice.
I could have ended on.
Well, if I hadn't had my flip phone, I'd still be standing there today. So I called the police and told my tale. They had this to say: a truck by that description had been seen by a couple of hicks heading west down the road with a woman and a dog down Route 66. Well, my pickup let me down, went up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck if to see it along the way. That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck up and left me, and I still don't know why. Well, my truck came home for Christmas. Makes me wanna cry. It's sitting out in my garage now, planning its next drive. Well, my girl's still gone, but I got a new dog. He's out howling at the moon. Yeah, my truck came home for Christmas, and I'm no longer blue. But that pickup let me down. When it up and drove away. But someone pick up that pickup truck if you see it along the way. That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. But then my truck came home for Christmas, and I no longer cry. Oh, no. That truck left me flat. That truck steered me wrong. That truck gave me the drive shaft. Nothing but taillights.
You should be real proud of that song.
I'm very proud.
I'm not sure why, but you should be.
Trish gets credit for the best line in the song. That anomaly with autonomy.
Gotta get my 2 cents in.
The check's in the mail. For 2 cents.
Addie and Olin, you got
Oh, you have something now.
some. I have something. Okay. Well, this is a song that you know. It's a traditional song, but Molly Mason wrote her own version of Simple Gifts, thinking of Christmas gifts. And so I'll sing that first, and then we'll all sing the much sweeter traditional verse. Give a gift that is simple, better yet, if it's free. Remember, it must fit beneath the Christmas tree. And if you are shipping second day or overnight, be sure that the gift you are sending is light. When simple shopping is applied, you'll have less to pay for and you'll have less to hide. You'll save time, you'll save money. It's trips to the store, you'll save trips to the dump, and you'll prove that less is more. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come round where we ought to be. When we find ourselves in the place just right, it will be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shall be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shall be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round
Well, one thing that we've done, I think every year since we've been doing this, is to do some klezmer music for Hanukkah. Now, of course, klezmer songs about Hanukkah are not very common. They tend to be about weddings and dancing. So, in honor of Hanukkah, we're going to do you a song about dancing. It's a song that I actually knew way back when I was a kid, decades before I ever knew there was anything called klezmer music. I heard the Weavers do it. I figured it was probably a folk song. And this is a fairly major song in the history of the Weavers. I believe it was their first single in 1950, and it was a hit. It became the number 13 song of 1950. Now, at some point, DJs across the country flipped the record over and found Irene Goodnight, which would become the number 1 song of 1950. But since Irene Goodnight has nothing to do with Hanukkah or Christmas, let's stick with Zena, Zena, Zena. Now, after we finish Zena, 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 Addie's going to jump into a medley of Freilachs. That would be, we're getting into some serious klezmer on you there. And I'm really glad that you talked to your mother about this one, because Freilach was simply the word at the top of a page of sheet music to us. And what did we find from your mom?
Well, we come to find out that Freilachs in Yiddish means joyful. So it's a medley of joyful.
So we're going to do a little Zena and then a whole lot of joyful. And we thought we would do Zena as a sing-along, so... Well, let me tighten my capo here a little bit. It's kind of making a rattling noise.
So you all speak a little bit of Hebrew?
And so everybody... Zena, 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 Habana, Reina, Haya. Well, wait, people, I'm afraid I've gotten ahead of myself here a little bit. I'm not taking advantage of all the efforts of Addie and her crack research staff. I'm telling you, people, they are problem solvers. And the rather obvious problem here is trying to do a sing-along on a song in a foreign language. Well, they have stepped into the lurch. They have created a cue card, a cheat sheet. So this is really, now you'll have no excuse not to sing. So are we ready? Well, we had our, as my grandmother would have called it, silly business.
Right.
But now, if you do want to sing, it's very easy because you don't really need a cheat sheet, as the chorus is the word Zena repeated 21 times. But there is a part in there that we really need your help on, and that is just one of those. Just one applause.
An applause.
And it comes after the second Zena in the chorus, and keep an eye on Addie for being cute as to when exactly it's going to happen. And we really need you on this one, folks, so let's try it. Zena, 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 Zena. Zena, 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 Habana, Terena, Hayali, Yo Bashaba. Halna, 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 Nishka, Vera, Ligan, Hai, Yo Lishka, Zena, Zena, Habana, Terena, Hayali, Yo Bashaba. Halna, 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 Nishka, Vera, Mi, Ben, Hai, Yo Lishka, Zena, 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 can't you hear the music playing in the city square? Halna, 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 come to where our friends will find us with the dancers there. Zena, Zena, join the celebration. There'll be people there from every nation. Dawn will find us laughing in the sunlight, dancing in the city square. Tenna, 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 tenna.
You know, it really does pay to have a big set of lungs.
Well, Addie and I have noticed that in recent decades, klezmer music has gotten more popular. And we had some thoughts on ways to increase even more the popularity of klezmer music. Now, one thing that often works well in music is the combining of musical forms. Like folk singer Bob Dylan plugs in and folk rock is born, or Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker start fooling around with Latin rhythms and Latin jazz is born. So we figured if we take klezmer music and combine it with other musical forms, get a whole new sound, a whole new popularity, a whole new audience. Now, if we were to do this, we couldn't just call ourselves Addie and Olin. We'd want to have a name that fit this new musical sound. We have some examples. This is where I think Martin Short, imitating Johnny Carson, used to say, if they buy the premise, they buy the bit. And so we have a few examples here. First off, let's say right away we'll start going for the youth. We'll combine klezmer music with children's music. Now, at that point, we wouldn't just call ourselves Addie and Olin. At that point, we would be the Schmuppets. Now, let's go back to my roots. The folk music of the 1960s. Now, when we combine klezmer music with the folk music of the 1960s, it would require some personnel changes, but we would call ourselves Peter, Paul, and Morty.
What about Murray? Murray's going to feel left out.
Murray's good, yeah. And now, this one, well, Addie, Okay, well, let's just go right into it here. We were thinking, I didn't understand this one right away is what I'm getting to, but we thought we would combine klezmer music with Broadway show tunes, at which point we would call ourselves the Sound of Mucus. Now, what's the deal with that one, Addie?
Well, you know what Yiddish is? Yiddish is German with phlegm.
Okay, next up, we figure let's get up to date. We'll go with the popular music of today. Combine klezmer music with the popular music of today. We couldn't just call ourselves Addie and Olin. When we do that, well, we would make a few changes. Addie would be the focus of the act. She would take center stage. It would be an opportunity to take advantage of her rather obvious fashion sense. When Addie takes center stage as Lady Goy Goy.
I would wear a kosher meat dress.
Boar's head.
And finally,
Kosher meat.
well, it's not that. Don't think I'd yet. We have a bonus one. We have a bonus one. Let's combine klezmer music with the popular music of the 1990s. Well, we wouldn't call ourselves Addie and Olin. At that point, we would become Hootie and the Gefilte Fish.
I like that.
And now we have our bonus entry here. Are we ready? We will combine klezmer music with heavy metal. At that point, we would call ourselves Bubkiss. I think we should have quit with Hootie and the Gefilte Fish.
Nice artwork on that.
And they'll never play with us again.
Bubkiss.
Okay. Quick, let's play.
I think some music is much needed at this point.
Awesome.
Oh, how did I end up on the set list after that? Oh,
Tough act to follow.
I don't even know how to follow that. Well, this is a Christmas song that I wrote several years ago, and I guess it's the song that happens when you're reading Charles Dickens' Christmas story while watching the Occupy Wall Street riots. You get a song like this. There's a cold wind off the harbor, and all the bars are full. The snow is piling up on the bronze back of the bull. And even the sirens seem so far away and quiet, as close as you can get down here to silent night. And there's silence on the sidewalk beneath the windows of the boss, whose heart is only big enough to hold profit and loss. The unemployed of Whoville got tired of hanging around, waiting for the goodwill to finally trickle down. And all I want to say, as December blows away, let the cold wind blow, let the markets go, keep each other warm through the rain and snow. Light the tree lights until spring's inside. Let the new year find us still keeping up the good fight. There's a plywood decorated window telling us the tale of the factories and families judged small enough to fail. Now the ghost of Christmas past is the only present soul. The hell that's being wrought right here is starting to freeze over. And all I want to say, as the winter blows away, let the cold wind blow, let the rust belt roll, warm glow in the tavern. It's starting to get late. The rain is washing idle hands and marble heads of state. Whiskey fumes and cigar smoke, so happy to ignore the clank of Jacob Marley's chains and knocking at the door. And all I want to say is that the winds of change are here to stay. So let the cold wind blow, let the lies unfold. We'll keep ourselves going through the rain and snow. Let the bonfires raise the banners high. Let the new year find us making things right. Let the cold wind blow, let the markets go. We'll keep each other warm through the rain and snow. Let the tree lights until spring's inside. Let the new year find us still keeping up the good fight. We have a couple of CDs out on the merch table, being crack capitalists that we are. Trish found a few, and I remembered that I had about a half dozen in my trunk. But that song is on the blue CD out there, which is called Snow Day, which is a project that I did several years ago with Kevin and Katie McCrell and Greg Anderson as well. We put together that project, and Brian Mellick. And that song, that was the first time that I wrote that song for right around that time, and so it came out on that project. But Trish also has some CDs that she brought of John and Trish's music and Quick Step music. And Addie and Olin have a mailing list, if not any merch. I don't know if you found a CD or not, but...
Actually, we do have a CD called Peace and Goodwill, and we tried to get it up on Spotify, and I'm not sure that it took. So we're going to work on getting that there, and so you can check for that sometime. And on that is all of us we're missing Sara on that one, but we have Linda Schrade, who was a part of that, and she was a part of this show for many, many years, and so we're really happy that the recording includes Addie and Olin and John and Linda Schrade, and lots from David, too.
Well, all I got is 4 cats, basically, and a pretty good life. But this song is written by a guy named Steve Weisberg, and I heard this first. Actually, I only heard it on John Denver's Christmas album, and so always being, the Walter Mitty of me has always been sort of part of me has been a cowboy. I love the idea of being out in the middle of nowhere, on a kind of a crisp night, with stars. But this happens to be about Christmas Eve, and so you have to kind of imagine yourself out there and just either being a night herder, trying to keep the herd calm or whatever, and just thinking about stuff. This is called Christmas for Cowboys. Oh, it's tall in the saddle to spend Christmas Day, driving the cattle over snow-covered plain. All of the good gifts given today, ours is the sky and the wide open range. Back in the cities, They have different ways, football and eggnog, Christmas parades. But I'll take the blankets, I'll take the reins. It's Christmas for cowboys, wide open plains. A campfire for warmth as we stop for the night. Stars overhead, a Christmas tree lights. The wind sings a hymn as we down to pray. It's Christmas for cowboys, wide open plains. So it's tall in the saddle to spend Christmas Day, driving in the cattle over snow-covered plains. So many gifts have been opened today. Ours is the sky, the wide open range. It's Christmas for cowboys, the wide open plains.
We couldn't do any of this without some help from all the people here at Caffe Lena, and especially on the soundboard from Joe. So thank you, Joe, for all your
Okay, so we are gonna sing this song, and then we'll all take a wee break. And this is
Too much information.
this is really a favorite, and I think of this song about an event that happened at the end of September, about 8 years ago. When Trish and I went down to Northern Virginia to her niece Christine's wedding to Steve. And we were on Route 7 out by Leesburg. That's where the wedding was, at the Country Club of Northern Virginia. And it snowed 6 inches
which is really unusual.
at the end of
for-
September in Northern Virginia.
No, it was October, end of October.
Was it end of October?
Yeah.
Well,
But
then
it's still really unusual.
that has much less impact. It's better. It's a better story in September.
Excuse me.
We'll have to go back and look at that. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, so it's snowing and we have to wait. So Trish and I are playing pretty little Irish harp tunes and entertaining the gathered for the ceremony, and nobody's coming and nobody's coming. We've run out of Irish harp tunes that we know, so we play them again, and finally we realize and at the back they're going like, you know, the bride isn't here, they can't get there because the roads are closing and it's terrible stuff. Her father is coming from Lynchburg. The story gets better with age, and so we sang this song at the wedding, and it became the first wedding sing-along we were ever a part of. But we're going to sing it now because it's much more appropriate at this time of year. Okay, here we go.
We want you to sing.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping, with the lights turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Ladies!
When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm.
Well, the fire is slowly dying, my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. As if we no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Well, it doesn't show signs of stopping, so I brought some corn for popping. The lights turn way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, when we finally kiss goodnight,
I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm.
and the fire is slowly dying. My dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Let it snow, dear.
Snow, dear.
Rain, dear.
Yes, dear. I don't care if it snows. We'll get back soon.
Well, we're going to start out the second half of the show with I heard it mentioned earlier, the long list of holidays that we claim to support. Candlemas was, I think, my favorite of those. I'm not sure what that is, but this song actually covers two of the prominent ones. It's from an African-American spiritual, so we got some Kwanzaa in there. And, of course, it's about Jesus Christ being born. So we got a lot of Christmas. And Addie's going to kick this one off. And when she gets around to the melody, you will definitely recognize it. Now, you know, Addie's a horn player, and these horn players, they like to kind of play around with things a little bit before they get to the point.
You wish.
Take the time.
That was terrible. I didn't say that. No, it's a family show. I didn't say that.
Yeah, that one went right over my head.
Okay, dear.
Now, you will recognize it, so please join us. You know this chorus. Let her rip. born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching o'er silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Down in a lowly manger, the humble Christ was born. Then God sent out salvation on that blessed Christmas morn. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is Lord. Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born.
I do. All right. Here's a song by Carl Susdorf and John Blackburn.
What are they up to?
Susdorf and Black, they have a law firm.
I suspect they're probably not much up to much, really, considering, that they're probably not here anymore. Yeah.
John learned this song from Louis and Ella. Those are two names you might recognize more.
Okay, two. Oh, 1, 2. Pennies in a stream, falling leaves of sycamore, moonlight in Vermont, icy finger wave, ski trails on a mountainside, snowlight in Vermont, those telegraph cables that sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in these romantic settings are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze. warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont. Those telegraph cables that sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in these romantic settings are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont. You and I and moonlight in Vermont. All right.
Right, so is this the family?
This is the, this is the, oh, this is the family,
Well,
right? The family.
From the sublime to this.
To the cutting edge.
Tell us a story about family at Christmas, Sarah.
Everybody's got a story about family at Christmas. And this is this is
One.
a song that was written by, I'm not telling any of my family stories. I'm not sure about the statute of limitations. So this song was written by Robert Earl Keen, takes place in Texas, but hits really close to home for a lot of people that I may know. So, let's see. If you recognize any parts of this, feel free to sing along. I think I liked this song so much when I heard it because it's not anything that has necessarily happened to me personally and my family, but it's not that it couldn't have necessarily.
Families of things that can happen.
It sounds like my cousins.
It sounds like my cousins too. The first line actually could have happened. That part could be true. Anyway.
Are these the cousins that are here that you put on the guest list?
No, that's the
That could
other
have
side
happened
of
to
the
me too.
family.
Actually, it's a bad first line.
Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. We were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog. Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to make of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. My brother Kim brought his kids with him, once from his first wife Lynn, and the two identical twins from his second wife Mary Nell. He also brought his third wife Kay, who talks all about AA, chain smoking while the stereo plays Noel, Noel, the first Noel. Carve the turkey, turn the ball game on, make margaritas when the eggnog's gone.
Send somebody to the quick back store. We need some mice and extension cord. Can of bean dip and some diet right. A box of tampons and some Marlboro Lights. Hallelujah, everybody say cheese. It's Merry Christmas from the family.
Fran and Rita drove from Harlingen. I can't remember how I'm kin to them. When they went to plug their motorhome in, they blew our Christmas lights. Cousin Davy knew just what went wrong, so we waited out on our front lawn. When we turned the breaker on, we sang Silent Night, Silent Night.
Big Bloody Marys, 'cause we all want one.
Send somebody to the stop and go. Need a
Can of cheese and a can of fake snow. A bag of corn nuts and some pie and Sprite. A box of tampons and some Salem lights.
hallelujah, everybody say cheese. Merry Christmas from the family.
Sarah, that was great.
There's
Okay,
a
now
little
what?
stage in the back. This is where we're going to do a little song that Trish found.
Actually, this song was from a Prairie Home Companion, and it has a melody that you might recognize and a chorus that you can catch on to. So, from the Prairie Home Companion, folks. At Christmas time when I was a kid, I was all about wanting toys. Oh, give me a bike with a ring-ding I like, and a dolly that hollers, Mama! What is it, a boat that can toot, and an astronaut suit, and an electrical trains for my paw. Toys, beautiful toys that turn on and make lots of noise. They rattle and bang, go clickety clang.
They
rattle and bang and go clickety clang. Beautiful, 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 beautiful toys. Oh, give me a ball I can bounce down the hall, and a drum that goes boom, 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 boom. A high-flying jet and a xylophone set and a recording cassette for my room. Toys, beautiful toys. They turn on and make lots of noise. They turn on and make lots of noise. They rattle and bang, clickety clack. Rattle and bang and go clickety clang. Beautiful, beautiful toys. They get pretty.
mechanical cat and a whistle.
That tweedledee
A monster that walks and screeches and squawks and
also a flying trapeze.
Toys, beautiful toys. They turn on and make lots of noise. They turn on and make lots of noise. They rattle and bang and go clickety clang. Beautiful, beautiful toys.
We have to gotta update that one. Oh, give me a,
Recording cassette for my.
yeah, that was, oh, give me a drone and a brand new iPhone. And we could just go off of that.
I think it's just fine the way it is.
All right, Melakalikiliki.
Oh, I thought it was David's song.
Oh, is it David's song?
Yeah, I think it's this Christmas Day.
Oh, yes, Christmas Day. One of our
Another
favorites
sing-along.
that I think we have done here many a time.
Every time we've done this show.
Every time. And it's by a song from David's friend Bob Stewart.
He did it here one time.
And he was our special guest one time, and he sang it himself. And, oh, David's got to change an instrument. And now he's grabbed the,
Play-by-play, John.
he's grabbing the guitar now, Trish. This looks to be a 30-foot putt that breaks to the left. Nobody's gotten this putt right all day. Can he do it? It's against the
You
grain.
should really try out for that.
It's a good thing he has help carrying them.
Now we're just playing musical instruments up here.
Oh, my God.
It's in C, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I love this song, Bob's, and Bob is one of my oldest buddies. I've known Bob since 64, maybe 65. Lives in Rockland, Maine. Great singer-songwriter, and he's a great singer. Unfortunately, he had some throat cancer, and he can only sing just a little bit. He still sounds great, but you know. So I always kind of think of him when I do this song, and it's kind of dedicated to his family. So. Oh, and it's got stuff to sing along on too. Thanksgiving Day is come and gone in the twinkling of an eye. Last night there was a winter storm that left the whole world white. But old man Winter's locked outside from this house where love abides. It fills right up with Christmas tide when we hear the children sing. And they sing, jingle bells in your one-horse open sleigh. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Oh, we deck the halls with boughs of holly, 'tis the season to be jolly. Peace on earth, goodwill to all of you this Christmas Day. Now the Christmas tree is cut and trimmed, a handmade angel for a crown, and the children's lights light up from below like the lights shining in her bow. The mailman brought some cards today from family and friends far too far away. Just a note from them to say Merry Christmas, one and all. And the note read, jingle bells in the one-horse open sleigh. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Oh, we deck the halls with boughs of holly, 'tis the season to be jolly. Peace on earth, goodwill to all of you this Christmas Day. Now both the kids are fast asleep. Our time has come at last. It's a time to grab a bite to eat and to raise a loving glass and celebrate another year of love. Thank the Lord and the God above for a season filled with joy and loving friends with which to share. As we sing, jingle bells on a one-horse open sleigh. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Oh, we deck the halls with boughs of holly, 'tis the season to be jolly. Peace on earth, goodwill to all of you this Christmas day. Oh, the morning breaks, the kids awake, excitement fills the air. Hey, Mom and Dad, you should see a tree, and presents everywhere. There's a dog for May, a ball for Jess, for Elizabeth a pretty dress. For me there's joy and happiness as we hear the family sing, and we all sing. Jingle bells in a one-horse open sleigh. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Oh, we deck the halls with boughs of holly, 'tis the season to be jolly. Peace on earth, goodwill to all of you this Christmas day. Peace on earth, goodwill to all of you this Christmas day.
Well, next up we got a Hawaiian Christmas song for you. The last line of this song is Miley Kalikimaka is the word to say Merry Christmas to you. And that's exactly what it is. This is Merry Christmas in Hawaiian. Now, the Hawaiian language has no R's, has no S's, and all words end in a vowel. So you can see how Mary became Mele. Now, going from Christmas to Kalikimaka is kind of a jump. But Christmas has one R, two S's, and it ends in a consonant. So I guess that was about as close as they could get. Now, we got this song from an album released about 70 years ago. Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters, White Christmas. So here's Mele Kalikimaka.
Ready, David?
Are we all ready?
Almost. Yes.
Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Mele Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Miley Kalikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, a very, very Merry, Merry Christmas to you.
Now what? I'm all,
Pretty.
Is this
That was great. That was great.
In the Bleak Midwinter?
This is one of my favorites.
Keep that there.
That far away, right?
Thanks. I remember the first time I played in Caffe Lena, 1982. It's with a band called Walt Michael and Company. And we arrived here, I can't tell you what month it was, but there was hardly a store on Main Street open. There was a Pope's Pizza,
It must have been winter.
and that was across the street where Finger Paint is now, or what used to be Borders. And then there was also, I think Wheatfields had a restaurant. That restaurant was there. Anyway, Lena invites Walt, Michael, and Company to play here. So I came with Mark Murphy and Walt Michael, and we did a sound check. And Lena was listening to the sound check. Oh, she thought it was wonderful. Oh, this is marvelous. I'm so glad you're finally able to come, Walt. And John, what a beautiful voice you have. Oh, this is wonderful. So then, for some reason, I remember that Walt and Mark and I all went somewhere different to eat. Somebody wanted pizza, and somebody wanted Chinese, and I just wanted to walk around. So I had dinner, and I came back about an hour later, and I walk up those stairs, and Lena goes, "That'll be $10 to get in." And I said, "Oh, I'm in the band." "No, you're not." I said, "Yeah, it was just here. We just did a sound check." "You were not in the band." "Walt, this man says he was in the band." Yeah, Lena, he's in the group." "Oh, okay then." That's my first memory of not being able to get back into the club.
they remember you here now, so that's the most important.
That was the first of many times, and she remembered after that.
Well, we haven't been stopped yet, anyway.
So this is a melody by Gustav Holst. I've forgotten that.
It's an old time, dude.
And the poem by Christina Georgina Rossetti. In the bleak midwinter, long ago, her stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. Angels and archangels may have gathered there. Cherubim and seraphim worship the beloved with a kiss. What can I give him for as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. Yet what I can I give him, give my heart. I gotcha.
Well, I grew up listening to lots of country music, especially around Christmas time. And Willie Nelson was always one of those artists. Although I have to say, Emmylou Harris's Light of the Stable record was the one that we always decorate the Christmas tree to. We got the CD version and also a replacement vinyl because after several decades it had worn out. It sounded nothing at all like Emmylou. But that is apparently happening tomorrow morning. I sent my brother was on tree duty because we weren't all around. We used to go out in a big field with a truck, and we'd usually wait until there were about 2 feet of snow on the ground, which this year was very convenient. The snow came early. And then we'd go out and cut the tree, get in a big argument about how big it was. Everybody would say it was 10 or 11 feet. We'd get it in. It was usually about 14 feet tall. And
It really is that tall. Wow, it's awesome.
I think this year's is only about 10 or 11, according to my brother. We
That's
sent
plenty.
him out to get the tree on his own this year.
I
But
can't deal with more than 3 feet.
But it has to be coordinated for when us kids are in town, because we're both. He's a big dude. He's like 6'2". He picks things up, puts things down. He's a farm boy, so we send him out to get the big tree. He hauls the tree in and shoves it up single-handedly, to the point where it wouldn't fit in a conventional tree stand. So we just started using a 5-gallon bucket tree stand. No, that was the fun part. We would tie the top of the tree to a beam in the ceiling. But our official tree stand was the former 5-gallon bucket that was formerly filled with John Deere hydraulic fluid. It was green. The bucket.
With the season, yes.
You put a nice tree skirt on everything.
That's very
Anyway,
funny.
in case you're wondering why, it makes more sense now why I picked that Robert Earl Keen song.
Did you hear about the farmer's wife who ran off with a tractor salesman?
No, tell us.
The farmer got a John Deere letter.
Farming, help us.
Anyway, back to Willie Nelson. I think if aliens landed on Earth today and they wanted to know about the American Songbook, you could just say Willie Nelson.
Willie, listen to Willie.
Pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue, crowded streets, busy feet hustle by him. Downtown shoppers, Christmas is nigh. There he sits all alone on the sidewalk, hoping you won't pass him by. Should you stop? Better not, much too busy. You better hurry, how time does fly. In the distance, ringing of laughter. In the midst of laughter, he cried. Pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue. Wrap your presents to your darling from you. Pretty pencils to write I love you. Oh, pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue. Pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue. Wrap your presents to your darling from you. Pretty pencils to write I love you. Oh, pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue. Oh, pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue. Thank you.
Okay, now, are we going from the, we're going from the Sublime, are you doing the
hippopotami.
hippopotami?
I'll try and do that. yeah.
Yes,
I mean, it's most I'll do is make a fool out of myself. I mean, well, I mean, you know.
why not? It's Christmas, Dave. Time for,
I'm going to do this right now.
What do you really want for Christmas? You gotta let us know.
let
I
us know
want-
what you really want.
When he gets the next instrument. Yeah. We thank you all for, here, let's bring this a little closer. Thank you all very much for coming and being a part of our annual fun holiday show. We really enjoy visiting with each other, but having you sing along, it's just the best. And we're lucky to live in or near Saratoga, aren't we? I mean, happy holidays to you all.
Well, I used to.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Mena now. You live up to Maine.
Mena. Yeah.
We still
sorry.
consider you
Yeah.
part of
I got a
the
friend.
locals.
I got a friend who's a singer-songwriter named Cormac McCarthy. I don't know if he's been around here. Cormac McCarthy is one of the best, one of the greatest singer-songwriters I know. And it's really hilarious, incredibly deep, but also very hilarious sometimes. And he has a parody of, so that's the Doors song, People Are Strange. He has a parody called When You're in Maine. And I'm not going to sing it for you, I don't know it, but he has this long, drawn-out introduction, and he says, Maine, he says, it's a ribbon of civility along the coast, and then 85 feet in, it turns into deliverance. So, yeah, so anyway. So in yes, exactly. In 1953, at the age of 10, a little girl, at the age of 10, her name was Gayla Peavy. And she was singing about what she wanted for Christmas. And this is what she sang. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. I don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I don't think Santa Claus would mind, do you? He won't have to use a dirty chimney flue. Just bring him through the front door, that's the easy thing to do. I can see me now on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. Oh, what a joy, surprise, surprise. Oh, what a joy, what a surprise when I open up my eyes and see my hippo hero standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles, no rhinoceroses. I only like some hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. Mom says a hippo would eat me up, and then teacher says a hippo is a vegetarian. There's lots of room for him in our two-car garage. Feed him there and wash him there and give him his massage. I can see me now on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. Oh, what joy, surprise, and I open up my eyes and see a hippo standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles, no rhinoceroses. I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. Well, if you look her up, you'll see how it's supposed to be done. It's hilarious. She dances around. She's got a little frilly dress, and she goes up and down up on this porch and back down. She's got the other girl. It's great. It's much better than the way
I think people would pay money to see you in a frilly dress and run around. I think.
I'd pay money to be able to sing it exactly the way you sing it.
Well, you'll get another crack at it next year.
I'll try next year. Yeah.
All right.
Here, I'll take that.
You'll take that? All right.
So what do we?
We are going to play a tune that was reminded of a couple weeks ago at a session at the Parting Glass. On Wednesday evenings, there's a Irish session, an open jam, kind of Irish trad music session at the Parting Glass. It goes from 7 to 11. And most Wednesday nights, you can find Trish and I there, and some friends of ours from the area have been doing it a lot longer than us, and they're really.
Charles and Paul are here.
And Charles is here, and Trish and I teach at Skidmore College and at Bennington, and sometimes we bring students to come and experience that. If they're seniors, I'll buy them a Guinness. And Paul is not a senior; he's a junior, and but he's a wonderful young man. He's back there. On your way out, you can see him. Cute guy with a hat and a beard, and he plays fiddle really well, and he played this tune. And I remember the first time hearing this tune from Vic Kibler, who was a wonderful fiddler from Broad Alban, New York, and great tradition bearer, fiddled his whole life, and passed away several years ago now, but was really one of New York State's finest players. and promised his mother he'd never play for a dance. And he never did. But he was a great dance fiddler. So this is a tune that he used to play, and Paul played it the other night and reminded us of it. It's called the Snowflake Breakdown. So we're going to render that for you, and we're going to bid you good night with this tune, and we hope you have safe travels home. Be careful of the ice and snow on Tuesday. Got plenty of time to worry about that.
We'll be fine tonight.
Am I still in tune?
Thanks again to Joe for doing sound for us tonight and wrangling the circus.
Our guy. He's been doing this for so many years, he knows exactly what we need.
Thanks to Reese Fulmer, who's managing the house tonight. Thank you, Reese. Thanks to Sara, and thanks to Stan. Yeah, hi, Reese. Go try and come here one night and hear Reese play the banjo, 'cause he's mighty good.
And his own songs.
And does his own songs.
Don't forget all your wait people.
Yes,
Your
thank you.
volunteers.
Thank you to the wait staff and to the kitchen crew. Let's have a hand for them. Okay.
I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bride was seated by my side. The horse was leading right, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank, and he got on upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all. What fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. octaves, basically an octave. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Addie, Olin, Trish, John, Sara, and David, thanks for coming tonight.
We can all bow our chin.
Happy holidays.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thanks a lot. That was
we
our
weren't
last
gonna
song.
leave, actually, so.
This next one's our encore.
We can't leave.
We would leave, but we
Thank you.
Now, the great old Christmas carols, one of the things that have kept them around for hundreds of years are their lovely melodies. So in the last couple of years, Addie and I have been getting into playing instrumental versions. Last year, I guess we did "O Come All Ye Faithful," and we realized that once we were playing that song, there are going to be people here who want to sing it. So we better, and this one I think is even more so. We're going to do the Christmas carol that all other Christmas carols look up to. Now, a little silent night here. Please bear with us and let us do it instrumentally, a couple of go-rounds. And then hopefully you guys can quietly bring the house down. 1, 2, 3. Do it. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy so tender and mild, Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Merry Christmas.